And
yeah.
that's a maple leaf.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
what I'm
almost
working
like,
with.
it looks almost like etcher. The birds that you have carved in there.
Yeah, yes, you're right, exactly.
It
So
looks like an etcher painting where they change
the
into
perspective, right?
something else when.
Yeah, Escher has this this little trick where the shape morphs into
Yes.
another thing, the
Yes.
bird into a fish, and the different animals.
That's all birds. You
Yeah,
haven't
these are
changed
all
it.
birds. That's the sunrise, basically. That's the sun
okay.
here, and then the birds are flying all away. This is it's a sunrise theme, and all that stuff. And then it grew from bookmarks into other pieces. And then I started a few years ago to do collages with them.
Okay,
so
that's a collage.
I layer it. I layer the paper with the paper cuttings. So that's a good example here,
Yeah.
where you have all the different pattern
Yeah,
paper.
yeah, you can see the texture.
If you touch it, you feel it.
Yeah.
You know, it's really the darker lines, all one piece of paper cutting, and
Oh
it's
my.
melted on
That's
melted on the collage.
that's a thing all in its own, right?
Yeah.
Just to do that.
But I'm doing paper cuttings for almost 30 years. So
That's I've always found that the collages and all that really interesting. You know, it's
the
just,
texture,
yeah,
the layering.
yeah.
I'm pretty obsessed with paper. And
That's great though. It's so unusual. This is so cool.
this is the Tenderloin poem. That's you know, but also cutouts. Everything cutouts. It's all cutouts that I use.
Suma, Von,
Avia.
Avia. What is Avia?
Avia is a town.
Oh, so
Yes.
the summer from
Yeah,
the town
Avia.
of Avia.
Yes. Exactly.
Christian Richters.
Yeah, she was the director of the theater play, and yes,
And did the poster?
yes, that's the poster of the play that back in the days in Hamburg. I had a group of people who did theater, and then I was lucky to be able to do some stage set with them, stage set design.
Oh,
and,
good.
and I really enjoyed that. That was a really fun thing to be. Some hand things again with a little profile in it, folded, folded and unfolded. You see that? It's a play with different shapes, and where it's like almost like a three-dimensional piece. You see that? Positive, negative.
I get worried when you handle them because they look so fragile.
I know, but paper is pretty durable.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And the fun part is, oh, there's something from something else in there too. A lot of paper snips.
95. Those are.
Yes, these are
pretty-
93 basically. 93, 90. Yeah, I think these are from 93. That's when I started.
Wonderful that you kept it.
Yeah, that I have that reference, right? No, that's really nice. And these are like also from the 90s. But these are a little bit more like
Yes, they're
Like-
more
like-
intricate.
with color basically. And then
Oh, okay.
in the old days I would color the paper too. So this is a watercolor drawing, the watercolor painting and cut out, you know. So, but that was still a reference to the bookmarks, you know, to have that.
Yes, the tall, narrow.
Yes,
strip of
exactly.
paper.
Yeah, and then it got still with the folding, you know, folding and unfolding the paper. So some things are very symmetrical, you know, others not. So I play around with that a lot, and to explore, you know. Oh, there's the large piece, you know.
Oh
Hel-
my
Hel-
gosh.
Goddess of Death, 8 by 4 feet. That's a long narrative about a Viking mythology about the goddess of death, and they believed in reincarnation. So she would keep the souls of the dead people in cauldron underwater, turned around cauldron, and then they would hibernate. And when they're ready, recharged, she would turn them around, and they would surface back and get back into the life circle. And then it's the next round of life. So the Vikings believed in this like wheel that you basically evolve every time you are reborn to have another chance, you know. of a life. So that's a reincarnation piece. And it's a reference to the Day of the Dead, because I did it for the Day of the Dead. And she is basically the goddess that keeps the souls safe while they're dead, and then they recharge and get back. So there's a little grim part of it. So there are a lot of female goddesses of creation and destruction, and so she personifies that kind of deity that really takes life but also gives life at the same time.
Okay, this was not the dead, this for your mother.
I did originally because my mother died 2 years ago, and then I kind of worked through the process of grieving and
2 years
found
before.
ways to find a way to express that. And then I really researched a lot. So there's Pele in the Hawaiian Islands, there's Kalima in India, Iemanjá in Brazil. They all are these kind of goddesses. But that original idea was from the Vikings, from Hel. It's spelled H-E-L, and she was basically the goddess that took care of the souls while they are dead. With all the delicate stories to it. It's just
Oh, this is
like-
beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, the heron with the airplane in it. Flying. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
there's the airplane. It's across the street here.
Oh.
And Art lives at the beginning of the park.
I'm way down at the entrance.
Oh, okay.
First house you pass coming in.
So you see all the ones who speed in.
He does. Yeah, he's the first one you have to pass.
Yeah.
Even so, you would. Yeah, we all do, except Newport. When
Yeah.
you turn. Tenderloin. It's a neighborhood in San Francisco.
Yeah, I know.
You heard about it?
Well, that was my stripper name.
That was the stripper name. Tenderloin.
Yeah.
Yes, that's that. We lived there for so long and worked there, and so that we did,
How did you cut them out? Were they cut out with a laser?
no cuticle scissors and X-Acto knives like here. These are my tools.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you, so this is, so,
No, this is just one of a kind.
Okay.
It's like a sculptural artwork, like a accordeon.
okay.
With 7 pages and each different themes a little bit, but it's all about the
Tenderloin.
tenderloin, yeah. Homeless on the street and lost shoes, and kids were brought home safely by, Safe Passage organization, the SOR hotels, and homeless, and but in a little poetic way,
So how did you like, was it in black and white and then
This I used the camera first. I didn't
Yeah.
go there. I didn't work on the street.
Yeah.
I was just taking photos, and then I edited what I want to do, and then I kind of edited the photos into basically just positive, negative,
Yeah.
and I redraw them to be able to cut it, so it's all connected to like a piece, and then I would do it on a paper where it's durable enough
Yeah.
so you can actually open it. Yeah, that's one of the. You feel it's pretty beautiful moon. That was a commission
That's got
piece.
your name on it, the
Yes,
other now.
yes. All these are sold pieces more or less.
I'm just
They're
saying,
like- so-
that would be something she.
Yeah,
Oh yes,
I'm
that's
trying to
true.
get to Japan sometime in the next year
Yeah,
or two.
right. No, it's
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's got all the whole world in there.
world in there?
yeah, the narrative.
Oh, that's beautiful too.
That's a metal sheet cutting.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's really pretty.
all of these are some of them are shadow boxes, others not. And I like sometimes the purity of just white paper, like some films, where you just see the lines but you
Yeah.
don't see color or anything. That's the
Right.
largest piece I ever did, a masterpiece. My masterpiece, 8 by 4 feet. And it's inched between
Oh,
seals
Seals
and
and
people. They come and they trick you, and it's an interesting thing. And with salmon people, it's a little bit like that. They're like also like shapeshifters.
Yeah.
You know, there's the salmon,
Yeah.
but they're also like a tribe.
I've heard about that. That's cool.
Mythological tribe. And so it's such an interesting thing because people in the old days related to nature so strongly that they kind of transitioned in it. It's like a spiritual journey, which is so great because you're so relating to it. You know, it's not something that you read and you really kind of feel it. You know, and when people really experience that or grow up in that culture, they just don't disconnect like nature from humans. You know that we are all the same source. I'm not interested. And then the Salmon people took him. They basically took him away, and they took him to the Salmon people, and he had to live with them. And then he had to learn the way of the salmon and the cycle of the salmon. And then eventually, learning all the stuff, he became a salmon, and he traveled up the river. And he ran into his parents.
No, they're
And
not.
they recognized him. And they took him out of the water and he became a boy.
Oh wow.
And then he took it on himself to teach all his people the way of the salmon and the way of the life circle, and that you have to honor them. And so that's basically the background to all these cuttings, because I read the story and it was so fascinated by it, and I really love it. And then I put different ways in it. So there's just the salmon boy, you know, as the salmon, and then here you have basically the larger life cycle of the descending salmon that goes to the earth, back to the earth, and rots, and it's more skeleton-like and bones, and it basically disintegrates and becomes soil and earth again, and that's the male energy that goes really down to this, descending it. There's a little sparkle of gold with him, and there will be some fish eggs, some salmon eggs, and the symbol for transformation is a moth, you know, a night insect. You know, so this is the energy down, and then that's the renewal. That's you know.
We were at a diner. This is when we first started dating, and we were like just looking out the window. He goes, "Oh, I got my first tattoo."
But there's
at
so
a
many
tattoo
in
shop.
there, and it's really kind of.
I got my
like
first tattoo.
So
at a tattoo
they
shop.
print that every year.
Go get it.
Yeah, there's
That's
so you look where you live and you see which artist are you.
Oh, nice. That
You
is
know,
amazing.
that's really helpful. And then wherever you go, you can find a studio during that time.
Neighborhood is not that festive.
No,
You guys should start it.
We should.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you put Christmas lights on?
We didn't. I do a Christmas tree and I try to put it near our window, but we need to do Christmas lights.
Because he didn't do that. Like we went here in June, and then the shock had been since Halloween, but now he's gonna be fire over here.
We try to make Club Pilates festive.
We do.
We try.
Yeah.
We're gonna decorate for Valentine's
Yes,
Day.
we are.
Yes.
We spent last August a few days in
Maybe some barbed wire
And
around
then
it.
the time where it goes down to 26,
I think it'll be perfect.
and we stayed in one of the resorts there.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. The river. In fall, the river has all the fallen leaves. It's the whole surface of the river is full of leaves. You know, because
Where were you?
in Germany, yeah, North Germany.
Nice.
And so you float with the leaves.
That's awesome.
So I called it the drifter because he's floating with the stream, you know, like a little figure. And yeah, it's kind of a fun reference, but it's
That's awesome.
it's kind of, it always has an origin. Like this is just birds. They steam away from the rising sun. So there's the rising sun, and they fly in all directions. You know, the morning stars.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
You know. Yeah,
That's
it's
good
a
stuff.
fun thing, and it goes with the little veins of the leaf.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an interesting thing. So it's mostly paper, but I also like other things to
Yeah.
like this. This is found objects in the Colorado River that I love for. And then I collected these pieces that spoke to me and have a certain energy, and then I cleaned them all up, and then I balanced them to be kind of keep
Nice.
this energy feel to you know that they're all
Yeah.
different. And so then I balance them and put them on little pedestals so people can actually
That sounds like you.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
He's a collector.
What if the sticks look like actually one of mine?
Yes, which one? Which one is
That
that?
one,
Yeah.
because it's small.
This one looks like yours. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is small.
Okay.
Yours is small.
Does it have these little cracks in there too, like that? It's so interesting because you see how it grows, no? How it came into. It's like almost like a swirl, like water itself, you know, how it kind of turns around. Yeah, I love this thing. It's fun to find stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you have these displaying it though?
Yeah, you should keep it.
Yeah. This is Rio, by the way, and
Yes.
this is Rio.
Rio and Rio.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Quinn and Kate and Kat.
Yeah. Yes. No, that's great that you guys made it over here. I
Yeah.
have a
Yeah, I
lot of
appreciate it.
stuff, and mostly is actually collages, and that's the same thing. I really glue paper on top of each other, and then I cut, do like paper cuts and put them on top. You know?
Nice.
So I layer it up. And
That's cool.
that's a fun piece because you see the mermaid is not really a mermaid, but it looks like it.
Yeah.
It's different things. It's
Oh,
like
no, it is all
it's a
different.
eel,
Oh,
it's
and the
two big
whale.
fish,
You see
clownfish, the
Oh
clownfish,
my goodness.
and the whale.
I saw the whale and octopus, but I didn't see the eel.
Yes, and they all
Yeah.
made together the mermaid, right? It's
Yeah,
a
when you
cool-
first glance at it, you don't see any of that.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, oh.
It's like a fun whimsical piece, you know.
Yeah.
And that's a little reference to the landscape in Brazil where Carlos is from.
Uh-huh.
So the beach stuff. So it's a.
Close, you can see these are all clownfish, like Nemo.
Oh, we are not a museum. We can take everything down.
We can touch it?
Look at that.
Wow, that is awesome.
And then there's fishes swallowing them.
Yeah. And I thought, I like mermaids. I did a lot of mermaids, but I don't want the same mermaid. I want to make it like a sea creature. And
Yeah.
then I thought, sea creature, maybe I should use sea creatures to do the mermaid, you
Yeah.
know, and combine them. So it's like a little playful
Yeah.
thing on
Yeah.
a mermaid. you know.
Nice.
Let's hang it back here. Yes, and so all these have little stories, but in general, there's a different thing. That's a whole different technique. It's a wood carving. It's a wood block where you can usually print making with that.
Oh, and the baby
Yeah, you
inside.
can touch it, how it's like a little relief, you know, it's like carved into the wood, you know. Yeah. And then that's the Pegasus. Pegasus is said to be like a mythical figure that can fly, but it also stands for the inspiration of things, like inspiring writers or artists to do stuff. And so within the Pegasus, you have the woman that has the little embryo in his womb because it's already inspired and fertile and gives ideas, and you know there's a way of life, you know, representing life. So that's that. So I did many prints with them,
Yeah.
which is
Nice.
great. Yeah, it's a little different wood carving. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So you can't do it every day. I'm more used to scissor cuts. So look at these here.
Yeah, look at
Come
that.
around here. This is a little folding
That's cool.
book. It's an accordion book. And that accordion book tells a little story, a neighborhood of where I lived with Carlos in San Francisco. So it's a really immigrant area, a little bit rough, a lot of stuff going on. And I try to take pictures with that. That's the only time I work with photos that I turned into cutouts to tell a little about the neighborhood where you have homeless people on the sidewalk and a lot of pigeons. And when they fly away, when you come from the sidewalk, they fly away, and then you can see like a little leftover shoe that came from someone, and you don't know where that even came from. There's a shoe. What's the story of the shoe? You know, things like that. Or kids cannot go home from school by themselves. They have to be brought either by parents or an organization that's called Safe Passage. They bring the kids from school home, you know. So because the neighborhood is a little too rough, and then you have the single occupancy hotels, you know, they're always like open, but there's someone playing guitar and a fire escape, and a homeless woman that lived for a while at the end of our street. until she disappeared, you know, and yeah, and then the cover is the grid of the Tenderloin neighborhood. You see that little abstract, the streets, Market Street and all the different streets of it. So that was one big project. And these I'm working on right now. This is the story of the salmon boy or the salmon people. Like in the Northwest Pacific, they have this little story that a boy would not eat his food, his salmon, and discarded it, and really kind of was very like, no, I don't like that. And then the salmon people came and took him away from his parents to live with them for a while. And he had to learn the way of the salmon, which is like a life circle, how they go to the ocean and then come back and lay eggs and go back into the ocean, and how they sustain people by being food, and animals by being food, being part of the life circle. So if you eat salmon, you have to honor it and put the skeleton and the leftovers back into the river, you know, to come back to the life circle. You cannot disregard it.
Right.
And so they taught him the way of the salmon, and then he became finally a salmon himself and could travel up the river, and he by chance would run into his parents, and they recognized him and took him out of the water and became the boy again, and he was reunited with his family. But then he started teaching all of them what's the way of the salmon and the way of life and how you should honor that. You know, it's a Native American story.
Yeah, I was
but I
gonna
love
say,
it.
where does it
Yes,
from?
yes, up in the area of Seattle, and it's really like an interesting thought, you know, just to, you know, learn about honoring what sustains you and how you're connected with life. So I try to do this in a different way as male and female figures, where he is descending down to the earth and the ground and becomes one again with the elements, while she ascends up and is fertile and in transition to give life, and transition animal is the dragonfly, and for him descending is the night moth. So it's like an interesting reference to different things. So they are like the how do you say, Pisces, the astrological sign. Pisces. Thank you. Pisces. Yeah, it's a Pisces in a way too, and in a way also references like Greek deities like Eros and Aphrodite, in the way that they created the Pisces. They are basically said to be the resource for the Pisces. You know, so it's an interesting thing that it's all interconnected. These stories, and they're beautiful stories, and there are books about that too, like children books, because it's such a cool story. So
You have to look for that next time you go to the library.
you find the salmon boy. Yeah, right. That's an interesting thing. So yeah, that's not sealed and not ready, and I still have a little salmon eggs to put in there and signature, and I'm still busy with that, but it will be shown on the 28th of February in San Francisco in a gallery. So I'm trying to get it ready for that time. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. And then I have some other things here. It continues. There's a lot of little things. They're all the same way made, but layered, like collages and paper cuttings. And that's like a old way I did in the old days. I would put layers of paper on top of each other and would put plexiglass in between. You see that here on the side, they're all layered up. And you have this feeling you can look into it a little bit.
Right.
And there's also a story with that you need to know which stone you step on when you cross a river. Not all the stones are safe, you know. So it's like a spiritual guide that tells you which stone you can step on. And then you see he is still connected to the life circle and hunting circle, and then behind him is a layer of water and fish. That's the river, you know, the blue lines. And then behind that, what do you see?
Can you see what the gray thing behind him? Rio?
Gray, green. You see what this is? The big thing?
You see the big sheep? You might have a clear collection. Here, come over here, buddy. It's one of your favorite creatures.
Yeah, it's. You
See the gray?
You can see it.
A crocodile or
Yes,
alligator.
exactly. Yes, and that stands for the danger of life. That, like every time you didn't take the right stone, you can drop into the water and have like it's a big disaster. So there's the crocodile as that, and the color of life or blood, the red in the back. So you have to learn a safe way of stepping on the right, doing the right step. So yeah, that's the. So I have a lot of little stories to everything.
Well, yeah,
Oh, I get it.
It's really kind of fun to create that, And then I did some more leaf cuttings there.
Nice.
Some of it is metal. It's a foil, like a glass foil, and these two, it's a copper foil. Different foils. And I give you a little magic wand here to show you the. It's better with light. You can go close there and look at this.
You can see the whole world.
Yeah. You
That's
see
awesome.
the continents, and it's all cut by little cuticle scissors.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Because I cannot use my X-Acto knife because
Yeah. Oh, I can even see the Italy. You can even see the little boot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And-
Look into it. It's good.
Yeah, it's nice, right? Because it's floating.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So you see it's little cut out of pieces, and then you have there natureza is that piece that's
cool.
nature, like a personification of nature, and she holds the moon in one hand and the sun in the other hand. And these are the both things that give us life here. And then you have her, and she is like a mother goddess, a nature, but she has also roots.
Is
So
that
she's
salmon
got
going
to-
upstream? on
Yes,
the
you see the hair? Yes, in the hair, you see it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. There are salmon jumping up.
Yeah, that's
hair.
what they do.
And the birds.
Yeah, exactly. So there are always like little stories to all these different things, They're having that, and that's an old Adam and Eve carving from Central Africa. There was a stone carving that inspired me to do something like Adam and Eve, but it doesn't have the snake. It has a lizard. It's,
Right.
and then on the right frame of it, you see the face on the very right side.
Uh-huh.
You see an ear and the face, and that's the storyteller that tells the story of Adam and Eve. He gives the
That's cool.
framework of it.
Nice. I like your stuff, man. It's
Yeah,
cool.
me too.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
There's always some meaning behind all the little things, so that's why it takes so long. You have to really
Yeah.
figure that
Yeah.
out. It's not an easy thing to
Yeah.
combine all the things. There I have another salmon up here. That's the first one in that series. Just you see the salmon boy, and he is the salmon, in his tummy is the salmon that he ate before, and he becomes the salmon. Yeah, it's an interesting story.
I didn't realize it was named after him.
Yeah. It's interesting, like all these little references. Yeah, but it's so I do a lot of this stuff and have old things here to, to show what I did before. There are a lot of images that I created over time, but they're not in my possession anymore. They're either sold or they are in different places. They have them just for people to look at. Here's some ducks. That was a commission work for a couple that married 7th anniversary. So they have
nice.
the little 7 hearts there and the ducks,
That's cool.
And there's the world turtle. In
nice.
old times they said that the turtle carries the world on his shell.
Yeah.
That it represents the world. And so I like to do something that kind of references the idea of the world. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Group of musicians.
Oh, that's cool.
Just very playful,
Yeah.
like you have musicians and all the little details, and it's you never know what comes out. Sometimes it's just a sketch, I do a lot of sketching and not knowing what happens. Like I have sketchbooks, and then I scribble, and all of a sudden, there's this little goal coming out, and there's someone standing on it, and or like a little weird thing with tentacles, and I don't know what it is. I just do it.
I like it.
Yeah.